Hey everyone, it's Alyssa from Planet Alyssa, and I'm here with this week's What I Sold on Etsy video. And I'm actually surprised. It's been a better week than I thought it was going to be for me. I had family visiting this week. They just left yesterday. So I wasn't spending a lot of time doing Etsy stuff. I really kind of fell behind on listings. I was around, so I was able to ship out stuff. And I had a decent number of sales this week. I sold 11 total items on Etsy for a total of $171. So I did fall short of my $200 goal, but came pretty close, I guess, on a week where I wasn't really expecting to. So that was pretty cool. And I did not remember to do the shop stats screen because, well, with everything going on, I'm just kind of still getting back into the groove of things. But anyway, I will show you each of the items that sold, how much they sold for, and do keep in mind that the price you see is just the selling price of the item, doesn't include any fees that the buyer paid for shipping, and doesn't include any fees that I paid to Etsy or to purchase the item. But without further ado, here's what I sold this week. First item I sold this week was this vintage ceramic ashtray. It sold for $20. It was from a French airline, UTA. I wouldn't have known that if I hadn't looked it up, but I did find this at a thrift store and did a little research on it and decided I could sell it for decent money. I sold this vintage embroidered patch for $4. It's got a cute little cartoon illustration of a dog and says, "Thanks, I needed that." I think I had two of these, so there's another one still available. This is something, I picked up a whole lot of patches, and so they're not worth a lot individually, but you know, if you can list a bunch at once, it's probably worth it, I guess, to do these smaller priced items. And I sold something else for $4 this week too. I'll show you that in just a little bit. And I sold this vintage drafting set. It was not quite complete. As you can see, there's, I think, one piece missing. Anyway, it sold for $28. Dietzgen, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, it's a German company, was the maker on that. I think I have a couple of drafting sets. I think I picked this up at an auction. Actually, I think both my drafting sets that I have came from an auction. And I sold a vintage half apron. Looks like it was probably handmade. It's like a light blue gingham with like an embroidered cross-stitch type design. It sold for $12, and I think I picked this up at a rummage sale. Sold a couple of souvenir pennants this week. This is the first one. It was from the Singing Tower in Lake Wales, Florida. Sold for $10. This is definitely an older pennant, all felt with some printing on it. And it's a little bit smaller size. It's not quite as big as some of the really big pennants. And I picked this one up in an auction lot. And here's my other $4 item that I sold this week. It's just a tiny little frog figurine, really miniature. Like I said, sold for $4, ceramic, and I think this came from an auction lot as well. And here's the other souvenir pennant. This one is from Vermont. This one's not quite as old, probably from like the 1980s, sold for $8. It is a really miniature size pen. I've sold a few of these, I know, recently, so really small size. This is a vintage sugar sack. This one happened to be pre-stuffed for like decorative purposes with like little styrofoam, I don't know what you call it, styrofoam stuffing, like almost like a beanbag chair. Sold for $20. And I picked this up at an auction. I think also, I didn't mention it, but that Vermont souvenir pennant also came from an auction lot, although a different one than the other pennant that I sold. And I sold a craft kit this week. This was a pillow kit, a candle wicking kit. It sold for $20. I honestly can't remember where I picked this kit up. It was either a thrift store, I think, or a rummage sale, but I can't remember which it was. And then I sold this glass lampshade for $25. It's a green glass hobnail kind of design there, for most likely for a ceiling fixture type light, although I guess you could use it for a lamp too. And where did I get this? I don't even remember. And finally this week I sold this vintage shopping tote shopping bag for $20. I picked this up at a rummage sale. I feel like I sold the handkerchief that I got at the same rummage sale last week, and it was a rummage sale where I didn't get very much, so that's just why I'm remembering it. But anyway, that's everything I sold this week, guys. Thank you everyone for watching. I put out these videos every week showing the different vintage items that I've sold in my Etsy shop, Planet Alissa, and then try to get out some other videos. I have not been lately, but maybe now that I have a little bit of time to try and catch up, I'll try to get some more videos out for you. So I hope you're all enjoying your summer, and I hope you all have a great weekend and sell lots of stuff wherever you sell things. So happy selling, everyone!